Hello and welcome to One-on-One Conversation. It's a pleasure to have you watch this episode. Today I have someone special in the house. Her name is Favour Badu. Favour Badu has been exploring different options in the tech world. Presently the future of work is gradually changing. People are embracing more of remote jobs, and so today we'll be talking about the gig economy. What is the gig economy all about? What is the gig economy not about, and how can you jump and dive into the benefits that comes into exploring the gig economy? So after this time out, the next person you will be seeing will be Favour Badu, who will be sharing with us our experiences and the things that can be of great benefit to you exploring the gig economy. Stay tuned. Okay, Favour, so what is the gig economy all about? What is this future of work that I've been hearing people talk about lately?
Okay, so the gig economy basically is the economy that allows creative to sell their expertise, their skills, and their knowledge, right? It goes beyond the regular traditional jobs. This gig economy allows you to explore and monetize your skills, your knowledge, your expertise in exchange for money or resources, right? So it's an exchange of value. You're selling your skills, you're selling your services, you're selling your expertise, to get paid for it. And I think I want to also touch on explaining what the gig economy is not. So it is not like a gets rich quick scheme, because I think people have this idea of, I want to just be my own boss, make my own money, just get it. So it's nothing like that. It's real work. First of all, it's real work, and it requires, some dedication and some, character development in itself, skill development, to build your brand in the gig economy. Yes. Okay, so the gig economy is changing how work is being done now, because there's a whole shift that has happened, right? It is the future of work. So it is beyond just going to the office, your regular 9 to 5. While that is great, I think people should still do it, not because of, gig, I want to just do my own thing. You just there's still the place for the 9 to 5 regular jobs and all that, but there is a whole shift that has happened at the moment, because first of all, in terms of the flexibility to the work, it allows you some time to create a system that would work for yourself, for your own work-life balance. You get to sometimes choose your hours. Sometimes the hours could be beyond the 9 to 5. It could be 12 midnight, but it allows you to choose your hours, to define the kind of work you want to take, the kind of people you want to work with, and just create a system that works for yourself. And obviously, in terms of the finances, right, they are potential for larger earning opportunities, especially in our comparing it to like our Nigerian workforce at the moment. There is a whole lot of there's a disparity in terms of like how people are being paid here and how people are being paid like abroad, for instance, right? Like the job that an average Nigerian is doing here, if you compare it to what an average American is doing and what they are earning, the difference is like day and night. It's very, very, very large. So just being able to identify this gap and position yourself in a way that you strengthen your earning power as well. So leveraging opportunities like this in the gig economy would definitely expand your earning power for sure. Yes.
Okay, so now finally, thank you so much for all those wonderful sharings. And finally, what would be your counsel probably to young graduates, undergraduate, those who are wishing to explore this gig economy? What would be your counsel?
Yes, so my counsel would be that whatever your hand finds to do, you should do it well. So you might not have the ideal job or the ideal opportunity where you want to be. Maybe, you know, you are still applying for jobs, you are still looking for opportunities, but there might be something that God has put in your hand to do at a particular point in time. So my counsel is that you do it well. You know, you never know who is watching, you know, and you know where your next opportunity will come from, you know. And that is one thing I did for myself, you know. From where I was, I leveraged what I had to work, to serve people, right? I think that's one important thing, service, right? It could be service to your church, it could be service to people, just identifying like where you can be of help or value to people, right? In that way itself, you are building your own skills bank and you are leveling your own skill set up. And for sure, once opportunities, when you are serving people and you are serving them diligently, when bigger opportunities come, you'll be the first person that they would have in mind, right? So service, being valuable, you know, from where you are, doing what you do very well at the moment, no matter how small it is, doing it well. And the next thing I will say is diligence, right? I think the Bible says the diligent hands, you know, makes rich, you know. Seest thou a man diligent in his ways, in his skills, whatever it is, you know, you stand before kings and not mere men, right? So the fact that maybe you are not where you are, you know, it does not mean that you should be slothful in your business. You should do whatever you are doing currently and do it well, right? Because I think oftentimes you find people say, I think I've heard someone say, oh, that this business, because the person was into like a little small business, and you know his boss perhaps was giving him a bit of tough time, and the person went ahead to say things like, oh, this thing I can even do it now, you know, is it because I'm just managing here? You don't know that God perhaps is putting you at that place to build your own character and, you know, to build your own skill set for where He's taking you to. So do not despise your days of humble beginnings, right, so to say, so that, you know, it would help you, because it is very, very crucial to where you would definitely be. So yes, that's one counsel I would definitely say. So after you build these skills, right, when you want to serve it to your world, to your to your world, or to like people that would buy the services, whether it's like in terms of products or in terms of services, you make sure that you're able to identify what makes you unique, right? So I'll use an example of this malaria drugs. You know, malaria drugs are everywhere, right? But when Amatem, for instance, was coming in, they were able to identify that, oh, you know, we are not bitter in the mouth, you know, it's a soft gel, you just take it and, you know, you are good, right? So they identified their unique value proposition and they're able to sell and come into the market like that. So once you have built your skills up, you know, from where you are, you know, you identify what makes you unique and you serve those skills and products with excellence. So I think, yes, that's one counsel I would give.